I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Deanna Williams is suing Michael Redson in the amount of $1,750.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Ms. Williams claims her child's father agreed to split the cost of their baby shower and says Mr. Redson accused her of going over the top and refused to chip in.
State your name.
Hi, my name is Deanna Williams.
Sir?
I'm Michael Redson.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $1,750
Correct.
for breach of contract alleging he owes for a baby shower
Yes.
expenses?
Yes.
Start with you.
This is my child's father, and we agreed to have a baby shower when I found out that I was pregnant. I was
How
about
old is the
6.
child?
He's about 9 months right now.
Oh,
sir.
9 months now.
Yes.
So how long had you all been seeing each other?
We were together for 2 years before I got pregnant, and then I was about 6 months along when we started planning our baby shower.
6 months along is when you began to plan
Yes.
the baby shower.
Yes.
All right, and how did things go with the planning?
Things were going really well. We had decided that we were going to go completely half on everything.
Okay.
And then things kind of took a left turn when I decided that I wanted to kind of play up some of the elements of the baby shower.
What does that mean, play up?
There were some things that were a little bit more expensive than the
Had
original.
you all estimated what it would cost before you decided to run the ticket up?
We had an original estimation, and then when I decided to add a little bit more expenses.
Did you go back and ask?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Let me hear from you, sir.
Yes, sir. We had a good relationship for about 2 years.
Why y'all break up?
Well, it was her expenses. She's very frugal with money.
Diana starts by explaining the agreement they had for the baby shower, a 50-50 split. Sounds reasonable, right? But here's the catch. Diana decided to play up some aspects, which led to extra costs. Now, Michael's arguing that she went too far and pushed the expenses over the top. But let's pause here. Was it just a simple misunderstanding, or did Diana knowingly ramp up the costs? This is where things get interesting, because we're about to hear Michael's side, and trust me, it's a twist you won't want to miss.
Y'all broke up over a baby shower?
No, that was the accumulation of many things. It was
from the time you started?
Yes, yes. She would expire expensive clothes, expensive jewelry.
You all lived together?
We used to. We'd broken up.
How long after meeting did y'all move in together?
About a year or so, about 8.
And you didn't know you had a spendthrift?
Well, no.
After a year, you couldn't tell you had a spendthrift.
I thought that we could get it under control since we lived together. We worked some things out, but it just continued. It never got better.
Spending in many instances can be as addictive as crack. You know about that.
Yeah, I know.
You know about that.
I know about that.
I'm sorry. I have no reason to know that you know about that, so I apologize.
I know about that.
No, but so during the relationship, were you complaining? Were you arguing about it?
It was our biggest argument is her spending. There was so many packages coming to the house. We had to get a camera for the house to just make sure it just began to be too much.
I just wanted to say, Your Honor, that these packages that he's complaining about were all coming out of my own paycheck, out of my own expenses. Never was he once paying for anything.
What was the agreement on expenses? Half and half, correct?
Exactly. When it came to the baby shower.
And was he paying his half all the way up until the baby shower? He paid his half in rent, household responsibility?
Yes.
Sir, then what you got to do with her money?
I mean, it just became too much. And
for who?
Us, because
she was able to pay her bills.
Yeah, but once that's over, where's the money gonna come from? After she done bought everything up?
You pay your bills. What other money do you need?
I'm saying once she spends so much money and she reduces her money, she's gonna start spending my money.
No, she just don't get any more money.
Oh no, it's coming.
You ran out.
It's gonna come from.
This month's over.
She doesn't believe that she has a limit, and that's
All
a
right.
problem.
But why did you all break up? Because of that? Was there an incident? Give me a defining incident.
It was just an accumulation of everything, and
no, one day something happened.
It was the baby shower because I believed I actually.
You all weren't getting along. You were getting along. Everything was fine before the baby shower.
No, sir. So
What
everything
was wrong before?
We had disagreements previously about financial expenses, about him being, for lack of a better term, in my business, about what type of money that I would spend. And so I did feel like our relationship was on the rocks. We did.
Whoa, now we've hit a boiling point. Michael's claiming Diana's spending habits were out of control and that her expensive lifestyle was a problem even before the baby shower. But hold on, Diana's hitting back, saying Michael wasn't paying his fair share. Is this a classic case of he said, she said, or is there more to this financial fallout than meets the eye? I think we're starting to see some serious contradictions here. But who's right? Let's keep going, and I promise, you're going to want to stick around for what happens next.
You know, once we decided that we were going to keep the baby, we tried to work on things. And I just felt like once he decided he wasn't going to pay the half of the baby shower, that was my last straw.
And sir, like you said, it was half and half.
But I have a text message that shows a little bit of what we agreed on in the beginning.
Let's see it, please, Amir.
Yeah. What we agreed on that at first we wanted a small gathering, just family and friends. And once we broke up, she ballooned it to an extravagant expense.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
I can tell the way you talk now, man. I can tell you the way you're talking in here today, that you're not a pleasant person to deal with. And you're easy to dislike.
And later,
they said once you come to a complete stop and you see the red flag, you are able to get out of your cart. So I got out of my cart feeling that I was safe, and nobody told me.
And you stopped at the red?
Yeah, I stopped at the red once I came into
so
the pit.
So you obeyed all the rules?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Let me hear from you.
So we want everybody to follow the rules, and the bottom line is he didn't follow the rules.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Deanna Williams, who is suing Michael Redson for breach of contract.
What did you think it might cost? Did you have any?
I actually went out.
Oh yeah, you all agreed. But
yeah, but I actually went out because I wanted to surprise her. I went out and bought some things because I thought it was just going to be a backyard affair, and it came out to be no more than $500 with everything.
Let me see it, please, Amir.
My family.
But the agreement was $1,700, and you all would split $1,700.
No, the agreement was the agreement was that she gave me a list of things in the beginning. Then once we broke up, then it became this big extravagant affair. You know, Kim Kardashian, like all these things.
These items, you saw it.
Yes.
Could you imagine how much it might cost?
Yeah, that would be like maybe $300-400.
Okay.
Maybe.
See how reasonable you are. And these are all plastic items.
Mm-hmm. And my family,
right.
Yeah, my family was going to cook. And I think that was one of the major issues.
What other things did you get to run what appears to be a $500 bill? Well, he paid for other. Yeah, he paid for the things that you wrote down: the balloons, the streamers, the forks. He got all these things.
Well,
so what is it that you got in addition to the things that you listed?
Well, Your Honor, there were a couple of things on there that weren't accounted for because we were to rely on his family for those things, but I didn't feel comfortable relying on his family for, one, the venue, which we didn't end up going with them. We ended up spending a little bit more money on just a solid venue, and then also catering, which his family offered to cook food for the baby shower, but I didn't feel comfortable with that because they are unreliable.
Oh, well, that's why you paid all this. You got too much. You got too much discomfort in your life.
Well, it's not just discomfort, Your Honor, because he will tell you that he was the only one who showed up to the baby shower, which is what I told him, that his family wasn't going to show up and be reliable, and they did not, did they?
No, they didn't, but it was because of the lack of trust that they have for her, the way that she treated me.
Discord, the way you talk to him. I can tell the way you talk now, man. I can tell you the way you're talking in here today, that you're not a pleasant person to deal with. And you're easy to dislike.
Thank you, sir.
That's my observation. Child support, does he pay child support on time?
So I don't have him on child support. We actually have a joint custody agreement, which again falls
How
mostly
many
on
days
me.
does he spend?
I take him 5 days a week. I have our baby 5 days a week. He sees them on the weekends.
Okay. So you seem very smart.
Yes.
Why are you not smart enough to go and get child support?
Oh.
Well, you know what?
You ain't never heard that's the first time you heard that.
Honestly,
She said, child support? Good idea. That's the first time you heard that.
Your Honor,
Brilliant and sophisticated as you've displayed yourself today, didn't even know you could get child support. And if you don't need it, then receive it from the person who has that obligation and then save it.
That's what I've been trying to tell her the whole relationship. Save a little bit, just be mindful, you know?
Well, but certainly the baby, you don't be mindful. You know you should be paying her child support. How much you pay her a month? You needed to be quiet. You just stepped into some stuff. I'm turning on you now. I done turned on you. Sir, child support is a percentage of your income.
Whoa. Michael has just admitted that his family failed to show up at the baby shower, leaving Diana to fend for herself. But wait, we can't ignore the fact that he also said Diana wasn't paying for things. That's a big contradiction. Is Michael just looking for a scapegoat, or is there more to the breakdown of this relationship than we're hearing? This part of the testimony is really shaking up the case, and we're starting to get a clearer picture of the tension between these two.
That's just like alimony. You heard of alimony?
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah.
yes.
That's child support is more important than alimony. So keep that in mind. It's for the child.
And I don't have a problem doing for my child whatever it needs or wants.
It needs a percentage of your income like everybody else is ordered to do by the government. And by the way, I hear this all the time, particularly from folks who are dealing with guys who are unemployed or whatever, or off and on job. It seems like it's a bad thing to have a man pay child support based on the formula that the court has determined. So don't go for that game, ladies. Ma'am, judgment for the plaintiff. I believe that his intention was to help pay, but I'm going to cut it in half. $875 is your judgment, making you all split the cost. But you need to get smart and go down there, because if you make $20,000, you probably will have to pay $200 a month. If you make $50,000, it's probably $300 a month. If you make $100,000, it's going to be about $1,000 a month or so. And so there's a formula, and you need to know that too, all right? It's all based on his income, what he pays. And this shared custody is not shared at all. You're keeping those children 5 days a week. All right. Good luck to you both.
Thank you.
thank you.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $875.
I think the verdict was fair.
Yeah, I think it was fair. Hopefully, we see some change.
Coming up.
Okay, you ever observed him?
Yes.
Putting his arms out like he said?
I did.
Did you tell him on the loudspeaker not to?
I did.
All right, sir. Do you recall that?
I was signaling to them to come to help me because my phone slid out of my cart.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Stephen Coy is suing Mark Graft in the amount of $10,000. Mr. Coy claims his phone fell out of a go-kart while he was racing and says he was injured when the track operator signaled that it was safe to get out of the cart and retrieve it.
State your name,
Stephen Coy, sir.
sir.
Mark Graff, Your Honor.
All right, and sir, you're suing the defendant for $10,000 for negligence, alleging he failed to keep safe a go-kart track.
Yes, sir.
All right, start with you.
So me and my friends on April 12th were going to a go-kart racing, his go-kart racing arena to celebrate a birthday. I ended up getting spun out during the third race where my cell phone slid out of the track. They told me to go to the pit lane, where I went. The defendant's witness right here, Jack Evans.
He did?
Jack
My track
Evans.
operator, Your Honor.
Oh, you told him.
Yeah. Once they said once you come to a complete stop and you see the red flag, you are able to get out of your cart. So I got out of my cart feeling that I was safe, and nobody
And
told me.
you stopped at the red?
Yeah, I stopped at the red once I came into
So
the pit
you
lane.
obeyed all the rules?
Yes.
All right. I'm here from you.
So we want everybody to follow the rules, and the bottom line is he didn't follow the rules. And I can explain
What
to you
rule
why.
did he break?
Well, first of all, he had his hands outside the go-kart at numerous times. He was
Okay.
pushing his buddies when he was going around on the curves.
Okay.
And you're not supposed to do that.
Someone say anything to him?
We have a system of flags that directs the drivers on the track, Your Honor. We can't
When he
talk
had
to
his
him,
arms
but we
out.
can use a loudspeaker. He was
Right.
car number 9, and yes, sir, my track operator who is here.
All right, you want to come up, sir?
Yeah.
State your name.
Yeah. I'm Jack Evans, track operator.
You ever observed him?
Yes.
Okay, this is it. The judge has just dropped some major wisdom. He's breaking down the rules about child support and alimony, and trust me, this is crucial. The plaintiff, Diana, might have thought she could just handle things on her own, but the judge just told her she's got to be smarter about her finances. Why hasn't she put Michael on child support? It's a valid question, and I think we've got an answer. This case is becoming a lesson in financial responsibility, and I'm here for it.
Putting his arms out, like you said?
I did.
Did you tell him on the loudspeaker not to?
I did.
All right, sir. Do you recall that?
I was signaling to them to come to help me because my phone slid out of my cart.
Coming up.
What were you doing with the phone when it fell?
Oh, it just slid out, sir. I didn't.
Slid out of what?
It slid out of the cart. It was just in my
There's
pocket.
a hole at the bottom,
It was like a hole
of
in
the
the
car?
side of the cart. Yeah. So
and
it
you never
slid.
knew that existed?
I thought my phone was secure in my pocket.
You thought.
So when it
you
slid
messed
out,
up. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Stephen Coy, who was suing Mark Graft for negligence.
So you heard nothing on the
I had my
loudspeaker.
headphone. I had my helmet on, sir. It was a
Do you
bunch
have
of cars
anything
racing
about the
around.
rules?
The
that
helmet is plugged into the speaker system.
Pardon me?
That's
the
not
helmet
true.
is plugged into
That
the
is not
speaker
true.
system.
I'm
It's
sure,
an AI.
sir.
He can
I'm
hear
not
it.
buying this. He's just hurting himself
He
more and
can hear
more.
it.
Let me have your evidence of the rules that he was to
May I
abide
approach the
by.
bench? Sure.
Because now he's diminishing this, reducing this case to a helmet,
It's
which
the number
everybody
one.
should have
It's
on.
the number one
Let's
rule,
see.
Your
I
Honor.
know it's the number one rule. Keep all hands, arms, and feet inside the cart at all times. Did you do that?
Yes, sir. I did that
I
until
thought you told me you got out.
I didn't get out. When did I say I got out of my cart, sir?
You never got out?
I didn't get out of my cart until I got into the pit lane.
I know, but you did.
Eventually, yes, but not initially. The only time that I stuck my hands out was to signal to Jack that my phone had slipped out of my
What
cart.
are you saying you did in violation of the rules?
Yeah,
Because he
so-
sounds to me like he's double talking.
Yeah, so as you see, rule number 1, the main rule is to keep all hands on the vehicle at all time, which he didn't. He had his hands out. He was recklessly driving, aggressively driving, and bumping into other.
You told him before this so-called phone incident.
Right.
You told him before it came to the red
Yes.
that please put your arm in.
Yes.
And you say that never happened.
No, sir.
All right. So let's get back to what happened then.
The first 2 laps, he was aggressive, and I did
Very aggressive, Your Honor.
tell him over the intercom.
The judge's ruling is in. Diana gets $875, but there's a bigger lesson here. Michael was ordered to pay, but Judge Mathis is telling both parties that they need to step up and handle their responsibilities. This wasn't just about a baby shower. It's about the way they've been handling money and communication all along. Will this judgment bring resolution, or will it just add fuel to the fire? Stick around for the final moments, because we're about to hear more from both sides. This case is far from over.
And then on the last lap, I did notice that him and another driver collided, and I did see them spin out, but this is go-karting, so.
Is that true?
Yes, I was
Okay,
spun
go
out.
ahead.
I had the yellow flag out, means come in the pit. Normally, as you're coming in, I'm letting all the drivers know to reduce their speed. He came in stationed, but he just got up on his own, and when he got up, another driver collided with him, causing the injury that he's here
Is that
about.
what happened?
Yes.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. What were you doing with the phone when it fell?
Oh, it just slid out, sir. I didn't.
Slid out of what?
It slid out of the cart. So when it
So
slid
you
out,
had opened the door already?
No.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
an open part in the cart where it slid out. It was just in my
There's
pocket.
a hole at the bottom?
It was like a hole
of
in
the
the
car?
side of the cart. Yeah. So
And
it
you never
slid.
knew that existed?
I thought my phone was secure in my pocket.
You thought.
So when it
you
said
messed
that,
up.
I thought it was
And so
secure.
you violated the rules by getting out to get the
I didn't get out of my
phone
car.
that you never should have had in the first place.
I never got out of my car, sir. And when I was on the track,
what was
I never.
the injury?
The injury was when I got hit and I got wedged in between another cart by another rider.
I mean, you had to be out of the car.
Yes, but
You just said no.
Sir,
You
when
said
we were
yes
on the
now.
track-
Your
no,
claim
sir,
is
when we were
dismissed,
on
sir.
the track-
I don't believe anything
Sir,
you're
when we
saying.
were on the-
Goodbye. Don't believe you.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
The judge just, took one side and didn't want to listen to actually the person who got hurt.
I was offering you to take a ride in my race cars, but you were trying to take me for a ride, and he knew that.
And there you have it. Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of Diana, but not as much as she asked for. The financial struggle isn't over for these two, but at least there's some closure on this baby shower dispute. If you were watching and thinking, wow, that was a roller coaster, you're not alone. This case has had everything: drama, disagreements, and a whole lot of tension. If you enjoyed watching this courtroom showdown, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. You won't want to miss the next one.